Howdy, everybody. This is Sansuke here. It is another day and another week. We are back again for some Path of Champions content. Tonight, we have something I think will be interesting. As some of you guys are aware, I have gotten 2 new epic relics in the last 2 weeks. I have gotten the Rhythms of Despair, and I got Ranger's Focus. So, Ranger's Command. I'm sorry, that's the one. Ranger's Focus is Ash's passive in League. But I think that we're going to try some runs tonight, and we're going to toy around with these and see what we can kind of get out of them. So, you kind of see here I intend to do Vi, but I will do her later. So, the first run I want to do tonight is Caitlyn, and as you can see, this one is a very, very special week. This has only appeared a couple times, Switcheroo, and every time it happens, it always causes a stir because it's so funny to work with. The foe and the player are going to trade decks, and actually it's even worse this time because we have the round in kill all damaged units, which means anything that I have will probably die, and their stuff will probably die, so it's about me throwing out as many cards as possible. One thing that can really help stuff like this is equipping relics that have mostly powers. So for example, if I am Vi, for example, a lot of her stuff is not about the cards in her deck, it's about just playing a lot of cards. So she's just something that can be used here. And any kind of powers-based relics also work well here. In this case, for example, Black Shield, it doesn't matter, because it's when I play a unit. It doesn't matter if it came from my deck or theirs. And so for that reason, I actually want to try Teemo here. With 3 powers, you can see here, allies have Nightfall, give the weakest enemy 2 Gloom. This is the new one. I want to try this out here, and this feels like a good weekly to take advantage of that. Because I can play cards from the enemy deck to weaken the cards that are in my deck. Harmless Scarecrow, this is the Fiddlesticks Epic Relic. It works well by helping me get some of those mushrooms to pop. And Stack Deck, which will help me get a little bit more value. And if I remember correctly, I can buy a whole bunch of cards, put them into the Stack Deck, and then give that massive deck to the enemy, and then get their normal deck and get all the value without having the thick deck. So I think that would technically work. And then I've also heard rumors that the deck swap counts as stolen. So this would actually work very well with Teemo's 3-star that says, or 2-star, when you play a stolen card or a stolen ally strikes enemy nexus, plant puff caps in the deck. That will be very nice. And also, I can get some of my cards back with Teemo's power to get the cards back into my hand. Additionally, I think it works triple-fold because of the mercy killings, the AI is going to look at this and say, oh, I don't want to block because then I'll lose my unit. So they'll let me hit their deck with weak attacks, and then I can use that to get mushrooms rolling. So I think all this together will work very well. I've also just recently gotten Teemo to 7 stars, so that'll be fun. I do not predict tonight we will see any of the number 7 for obvious reasons. Or the number 5 on the mushrooms. I think we'll end it before then. All-out aggression sounds great, especially since I don't know what kind of stuff I'll even have in my deck. So Rally is a great place to start. Herald of the Spring. This is interesting. That means there's lifesteal and support is the big theme of the deck. So let's see. Does this count as stolen? I don't know. Maybe it does. Maybe it doesn't. We'll see. These cards work. I can work with these. I've gotten back my Shadow Swindler. Hilarious. One thing I did fail to mention here is that I have... Oh, they are all stolen! Oh, that's so good. I do have 10 Defiance on, which is why they drew a bunch of cards, and they're going to have Fearsome and Brash as well. But I don't think that'll be a problem. They're already down to 8 cards because I had them draw half their cards, which is actually quite funny. Oh, I have Rhythms of Despair! I was like, why does everything have Nightfall? Oh, okay, let's try this out. Let's take Mama Inoki and just really kind of pepper her with a whole bunch of glue. And the pup. Oh, they didn't... What? Oh, man, I didn't get to get as many of those as I wanted. Now I'm kind of sad. Oh well, oh well. Let's go ahead and do this. Alright, we'll make sure we don't get any mushrooms in our deck by giving them quick attack. And we can hit their nexus. Pump them full of mushrooms. Oh, very nice. Alright. Well, we're actually kind of close to them running out of cards already. Especially with Puffcat Proliferation re-hitting that. Let's see if we have anything. We do have an elusive. Oh, but she can't block. Oh, but she can block. Excellent. Oh, the mushroom hurts. That's fine. Alright. They have 7 cards left. And then we're applying the gloom to their deck, which is always helpful. Sure, we'll just let you do that. Oh, right, I can attack. Okay, let's go ahead and support my unit, get some lifesteal going. Can I do this in the right order? Yes, I can. There, everyone does everything. Everyone support. That's okay, that's okay. They're about to have like 30-something cards in there, 30-some mushrooms. They're averaging 5 per card, so we might actually see them deck out with 5-star now. Nope. One of the weirdest things going through the Switcheroo adventure is the fact that you gotta deal with your cards not being consistent between runs. Wow, that was 11 mushrooms on 1 card. What the heck? Alright. Win games with extra Nexus health to spare. I did it in a single game with 135 HP. Single game. Cool, just making sure my sound is still working. Okay. I want to put expensive cards into my deck that won't help them that much, so Zephyr Sage it is. Support champion, I want the least synergistic thing, so, and I don't want to give them Aurelion Soul. Lee Sin? Yeah, I don't like that. Yeah, we'll give him Lee Sin. Slotbot. Extra item. Slotbot sounds fun. Let's go ahead and give them... The foe's elusive units have +1/+1. That would normally be irritating if they had more than 1 elusive card in their deck. They'll have 2, actually. They'll have Teemo and the Shadow Swindler, but we'll be fine. Fun. Go ahead, keep drawing. Yes, yes. Let's see. Room Explosion for free, because it's Pilfered Plans. We gave it -3 cost. Is that my 3-star? Oh, draw a random card. Right, this is the random card, of course. Let's get rid of one of these midden stocks. Let's get rid of their spell shield. And let's play the shady character to turn into them. Bloom them, we become them. Nice. They yoink me. That's fine. We can be elusive. We can just... Yeah, if they block me, they die. Cool. Bam. Tons of mushrooms. Let's go. 19-3. Nice. Okay, I think we've got this. Okay, they have an elusive unit. That's a little annoying, but we'll be fine. Let's go ahead and do some fumes on him. And we can get rid of this. Shroom Explosion him. There we go. And we get more cards back by doing this. Nice. And if they play a unit, I can give them Gloom. Here, have some Gloom. And just like that, I'm stronger. Perfect. This is working surprisingly well into this modifier. Give them tons of mushrooms. They have 3 per card right now. Okay, that means they discard a card and draw another one. Okay, then they draw another one. Alright, that's my first time ever getting more than 1 card off the 7-star. That was fun. Or I suppose the 6-star. Let's keep playing Nightfall cards. And that... Wow. This really does snowball. Wow. I suppose it helps that every card in my deck is stolen. So anything that hits the Nexus, anything that's a spell, all of those will automatically apply. So that is kind of inflating things a little bit. But we'll see. We'll give them a whole bunch of draw cards. Sure, draw what you want. We won't have any problems there. Shop or a power? Let's go with the shop. Arena power. Okay. This is very interesting. So Teemo Star Powers don't necessarily need his own deck. There's nice stuff in his deck, and the biggest thing is the cards that make the enemy draw. But you don't necessarily rely on them. And because of his 4-star, we're actually getting back some of our cards. Like, you know, Puffcat Puff's great. I'll take that, you know? Actually, I don't think this card counts as stolen. Yeah, it doesn't, because it says it's mine in the first place. That is very funny. Okay. Let's see. We're gonna yoink. That's fine. We can live with that. Deal 1 to a unit, so now it's damaged. Nice. They kill my Puffcat Pup, and I kill Mama Inoki, so we're good. Perfect. Jeez. I kind of feel like the stacked deck should just kind of go out the window. I'm starting to think it's not going to be that helpful. Do this so that we have Nightfall on it. We want to have as many units as possible. That's fine. We'll just block it with them. Ooh, golly. We'll block it with him. Won't be a problem though. We got this. Babbling Balladeers. Give me a few extra cards to play. And then I can keep nightfalling them. This is... I like this. This flow of play a lot of cheap cards does fit into Teemo's arsenal very well. Like, I might entertain doing this outside of a swap your deck kind of run. It's not to say that this may be Teemo's best in slot. It's the thing with him is that he's just so strong that everything kind of works. But maybe this one is an option. Let's go ahead and just hit their Nexus here. Oh, they just let me kill him. Okay. GG. Could they? Yeah, they could have lived. Why didn't they block me? Very strange. They could have totally blocked me there. Well, I'm not going to say no. That's a free win, I suppose. But yeah, this is working. Let's see. Right, I'm looking for bad cards. Here, have a Targonian Tailstones. I know they can get Invoke and stuff off that, but it's a lot of mana to do that. Power, Sorcery, I like free mana, so we can do that. Or, actually, I'm going to go Feral Senses so that I can have more control over this deck. These unruly decks that I'm going to be dealing with. Okay, let's cut out a bad card here. Or a good card. Let's cut out a good card. I'm getting pretty tired of them playing Inoki, so I'm going to get rid of her. Okay, it's me being Jinx against them being Jinx. Man. So how's everybody doing tonight? Feel free to chip in. I'm definitely doing something kind of weird in this run, so if people have questions, I may have to answer them myself. Let's see. Let's get Flame Chompers. Okay. Take Boom Baboon. And then they play Lee Sin, but I can use Zonite Urchin to put the Flame Chompers in. Very nice. Stole this. I shouldn't do that because that's useless. If you're blocking me, it's with Lee Sin. Should have attacked with the Zonite Urchin, but that's fine. We'll work around it. They're running pretty lean on cards. And yet I'm the one drawing mushrooms. Alright, let's see. Another nice thing about taking this power is that I'm going to manage to get Rhythm Mode to spare value, because that could always be the first card I play to predict. Perfect. All my units die at the end of this turn anyway, so I might as well go out swinging. Yeah, I have more units than spells in the original deck. Nice. I can't block anything other than that. Okay. Yeah, that's all I can do. Dang, I lose most of my board here. I lose all my board, basically. But that's fine, we'll work around what we got. He's gonna die anyway, might as well make him get attacked by Lee Sin for no reason. Block this. Take that. Nailed it. Alright. We'll be fine, we'll be fine. Let's see. We get mushroomed, they get mushroomed, we all get mushroomed. It's a wonderful time. Let's predict so that we can get a card. Boom ba boom. The Time Winder will give us some value here by letting us discard the Flame Chompers to hit them and them. Therefore, both of those units will die. They're down to 15 cards or less, so we get value. I won't stand by. Played the Urchin to play the Flame Chompers as well. Might as well use this Sonic Wave that we rightfully stole. As I give a unit that already had Challenger. Oops. They're going to lose their unit at the end of the turn anyway, so it doesn't matter. Unless the... No, regeneration won't kick in before then. Yeah. Cool. I have full control. Let's go ahead and predict so that we can get a unit. When we get a unit out, it won't be disadvantageous. Oro Cannon comes out, we can Jury Rig, summon the unit anyway. Let's go ahead and silence the unit this round. There we go, then we can play Mystic Shot to kill them. Nailed it. They take more damage, which is helpful to us. I'm going to play this last mono to play Jury Rig, and then we're going to attack their Nexus directly. Okay, this is working. We can play the Swindler and kill their unit with that. Okay. I'm actually quite happy with this. Go ahead, we'll take care of each other here. This is actually feeling kind of good. I'm getting more value out of this than stacked deck for sure, but I mean, I'm not playing for stacked deck. But even then it feels, wow, 11 cards. Look at that, go ahead and draw some more. You know what, I think you should draw 1 or 2 more cards. Okay, worth a shot. Okay, Flame Chomper, go. We're just gonna keep Glooming them until they die. Here we go. Gloom, gloom. How are the runs? Howdy, darers. I am trying the 4-star weekly, and I'm trying to get value out of Rhythms of Despair, and it's actually feeling really good on Spirit Blossom Teemo. It's not that he needs it because he's Spirit Blossom Teemo, he can do whatever he wants. But the idea of getting a whole bunch of cheap units and then controlling the enemy board with it, it's working pretty well. Like, you got Rhythm of Despair today? Okay. Does that make you happy, upset? I know for a lot of people that they're viewing it as kind of the weakest of all of them, but I kind of am liking this run with it. A lot of it's probably just Teemo being Teemo, though, so... But I'm getting value out of this for sure. Okay, what's the worst one out of these three to give him? I don't like any of these. Here, heal your Nexus. That's fine. When you play Lee Sin, though, I want you to have Lee Sin, not Teemo. Let's see. Quick Draw sounds great. It's pretty whatever. You got the 6-cost spell and the Deathless one already. Okay. I'm looking forward to the 6-cost one. I don't really have that one. And so that one will be nice. I don't really need the Deathless one, so I'm kind of fine without it. When when one of the player's units strikes the foe's Nexus, grant it -2. Add 4 or less power, obliterate it instead. I'm going this way because having their deck will mean that I'll have more ways to cut power, and they're just going to let me hit their Nexus, so I'm going to get some free mushrooms. They have 29 cards. Okay, 24 cards. She Who Wonders. It doesn't seem great, but it isn't, like, horrible. Yeah, that's kind of how I feel. It's middle of the pack, which sometimes for Epic Runes doesn't mean a lot. Who really cares about it? Vex doesn't make use of it. Yeah, Vex doesn't make use of it. Fiddlesticks doesn't make use of it. Those are ones that kind of are like the ones that you would really think would take advantage of it. I think, and I'm going to be testing after this run, I'm going to be testing with Vi. I think Vi might have use on it. I know you're saying Heimer doesn't have room. I know Nazoric actually beat the Zoe Adventure using it on Heimerdinger. He actually used it all the way up there, and he said it was a decent time. So that I'm finding that interesting. But I do think that of all the people that I could think of, I think Vi might be the best bet to get value out of it. You saw him do it. Hit the Nexus, steal, put the mushrooms in, kill my units, it doesn't matter. They're all dead. Come on, go. Mushrooms. Oh, I actually get Spirit Blossom Teemo. That's great. Let's try this. We'll put in Teemo, we'll Nightfall, Gloom him. Nice. We want more Gloom, so we'll go ahead and Gloom him too. Let's go ahead, get more Titanic units ready. Let's attack with this, why not? They're not going to block. Heimer's one of the best users for it, but he already has very much relic space as he would like. I understand that. It makes sense to me. Because you really like defense spending on Heimerdinger. You really like... Actually, beyond that, it's really kind of freeball of what you want, to be honest. I don't think he's that pressed for space. Like, if you're running the whole Plunder plus Swain's army, that could be valuable. Like I was mentioning, we'll see about Vi. I don't know for sure. I just have a theory that if there is somebody, it might have to be her, getting the value out of it. So I'll try the 5-star adventure with her. But Spirit Blossom Teemo is actually feeling pretty good with it. Half the gimmick of his deck is that you get a whole bunch of cheap cards, but it's not like he needs it either. Teemo is super strong in his own right. There's some... Let's see, go ahead. Look at him playing so many cards, so on a turn he's not even attacking. Turn 1 Heimer, you feel like it's too good to not play Raven Army Pack Powder for. I don't think it's that necessary for Heimer once you get his 6-star. It's pretty reasonable most of the time to get extra, like a few extra turns to get him out. That I haven't seen the most need to it. I've tried it both with and without it, and I don't really run it with it right now. Let's see. I'm gonna frostbite you. Wait, I'm just gonna kill him. Yeah, I just killed that Lee Sin from full health. Oh, there we go. If you have 5-star at least. Yeah, I have 5-star. I have his full constellation built out. Yeah, I have just found a lot more value out of going, like, I run Chemtech Duplicator on him. And in a Chemtech Duplicator build, Rhythms of Despair even seems a little bit better because you're going to get 2 units instead of 1. Heck, with Heimerdinger, it's always a problem that you have too many units on the board. Without the 5-star, he's got a lot more relic space. Yeah, let's see. I actually want the opponent to draw, so if they get Teemo, here, go ahead. I don't want more cards if I don't need to, though, so I'll just take the gold. Is there anything that lets them draw? Sure, I'll take Fixer Upper, why not? They're not going to have a lot of units with Overwhelm, so I can go this way. This won't be a problem. Yeah, if you are running Heimerdinger with the pack powder plus Swain's Raven Army defense, yeah, yes, I agree completely. You really want defense spending on Heimerdinger. If he feels it's night and day with it, getting to get all those values. There is a slight thing you can also do, and I run this a lot, is my 3rd relic that I usually run with him is actually Corrupting Star Fragment. That has felt very nice because any values you get out of tech, you can just give to Heimerdinger, even if he's not tech. Wow, I stole Teemo back. Oh, wonderful. Let's see. And Corrupting Star Fragment also helps with the Heimerdinger problem, which is usually that his board is just so full. You really spend your whole turns trying to figure out how to get rid of your cards, how to replace all the cards on your deck with better ones. Man, look at that. See, with 3 mana, we killed a 6/6 unit. Not bad. I do find it funny that the cards that I start with are stolen and the cards that are theirs are not stolen. But that's what happens with Switcheroo. Let's go ahead. We can use this to get rid of that. Nice, put 4 more mushrooms in there. Yeah, this'll work. Okay. Go ahead and gloom him as well. Very nice. And we will hit him with 2 more gloom. And GG. At least I think that's GG. Yeah, that'll work. Perfect. I've actually very much enjoyed Rhythm of Despair here. Teemo is somebody who will get a lot of them. A lot of these cheap units that you can play that don't necessarily need it. Star Fragment definitely is nice to feed him value. There's only 2 tech upgrades he can't get by feeding him, and those 2, if I remember correctly, are the When I Die, deal my power to the Nexus, and I guess the weird ones like turn me into Catastrophe, turn me into a sea monster. You're never gonna be elusive. Here, have a 6 cost unit. I'm gonna buy some Poros. I like a board full of Poros. Okay, what are we cutting? What do we not want them to get? I feel like it's Puffcat Puff. Is there anything that I put a lot of items on? If I put a lot of items on it, I could cut a lot. My deck is down to 31 cards. Guess you count that. You can't feed him the unyielding upgrade. Oh, okay. Oh, because you can't really kill the unit that you're eating. Interesting. But I mean, if you've already rolled the unyielding upgrade, you're not really in a position where you're that worried. Because you basically have won at that point. Okay, Caitlyn scares me a bit here because of the mercy killings and the fact that she's going to start at the round with putting more flash bombs in my deck. So everything that I play is only going to last a turn. I'm going to have to blitz them, which will be fun. I did get Caitlyn, which is nice because it's a champion. Go ahead and play that. I want to draw that. He just gains the stats and keywords, and it doesn't turn unyielding. That makes sense. Unyielding is very much... It's not a keyword. Let's see if we can kill Lee Sin. No, I don't think we can. I want to play Caitlyn too much. Or do I guess, at this point. I don't know if I do want to. They only have 20 cards left. Let's see if we can get those stats going sooner. Dang, I was hoping I'd draw a card with a mushroom on it, but oh well. They kill my veteran investigator, that's fine. I hit the Nexus with a bunch of cards. Nice. Okay, the mushrooms have been primed and ready. They now have 1 mushroom per card on average. Just under. And now, over 2 mushrooms per over 1 mushroom per card on average. Right. Feral Prescience. Oh yes, I'd like to put the card that lets me play more cards. Nice. Let's go ahead and play the Sting Officer as well. Lets me draw the Patrol Warden I just put on top of the deck. Then I can attack him with that, put him out of his misery. Okay, okay. What you're interested to see is when we get Nocturne and Diana 6-star. Yes, those are very much champions that will love Nightfall, and Nocturne does definitely seem like basically it seems like Nocturne was made for this relic preemptively. Like, you just look at everything he is, where it's like, cut their power, be fearsome, be Nightfall, and it's like, well, here's a card that's Nightfall and lets you spam units and lets you weaken them so they can't block you. Sure, let's go ahead and get a card out of their deck. And Rueful Prayful Prankster. I'm seeing some crazy value out of this. And now I think I might just have a chance of winning here if they just get unlucky. Okay, they didn't get unlucky. Now they're about to get unlucky, though. They're not going to have a lot of cards left to avoid drawing mushrooms on. Not that it matters, because I'm about to win without needing it, because they're about to die by deck out. Not by deck out, but by getting hit. Let's see. Here we are. I think I'll gloom them again. Piltover's Finest. Let's go ahead and just keep going. Keep this gravy train a-rolling.
Scoping the area.
GG. Okay. Honestly, I was getting value out of this. This didn't feel as bad as I thought it would at first glance. I think this is definitely enough that I'll probably take Rhythm of Despair, Spirit Blossom Teemo into other adventures to see how it works. Just for kicks and laughs, of course. Diana has a decent chance of getting Reverse Leona 6, where she doubles Nightfall triggers. Makes sense. Nocturne probably gets pushed harder into Fearsome than Nightfall. I feel like Nocturne would also get Nightfall. I feel like we already have Elise who was Fearsome as well, but now she's also Spiders. And I could see Nocturne just as well going into that. We got Glory level 9, and we finished our 10 Defiance run as well, which should mean we get some extra value there too. Yeah, I definitely think I'm going to give Rhythm of Despair a little more work on Teemo. because that actually was kind of fun. Let me just make sure I got my Defiance Glory here. Yes, I did. Excellent. Okay. That was Spirit Blossom Teemo.